Hillary is going to count on a big turnout in suburban areas of Philadelphia, right? Because there are a lot of women there who resent Donald Trump's treatment of women.
There's been some questions about the African-American turnout, and you know, for that reason, I think she's focused differently in the closing days.
Well,
hasn't there been some?
Yeah, there is reason for them to be concerned about softness in the African-American turnout. Right. President Obama attracted extraordinary African-American turnout and more than 90% of the vote. Now, it is true that African-American turnout has been trending up as the Democratic Party increasingly has focused on that group. And what was notable about 2012 was that African-American turnout was higher than white turnout as a percentage of the eligible vote. Is that going to be true for Hillary Clinton? I doubt it. So that means she has to compensate elsewhere.
But I think the interesting point about that is I don't think her campaign is assuming that she's going to get the same level of enthusiasm as Obama got as the first African-American candidate.
She had a lot of guns to turn out, Nan. I mean,
she did.
Springsteen,
bread and
Biden,
circuses.
Lady Gaga.
Yeah, well.
Katy Perry, I think, is naked somewhere.
All of
Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi.
Yes,
right?
yes.
And then Tim Kaine. Not quite the same, but...
but he got a couple dozen in Florida. So.
And Donald, I think he had Ted Nugent.
Yeah.
But not quite the same. And he had somebody else, some other...
I listened to Ted in high school.
You did? Some other... Yeah, he's kind of a controversial character at this point.
But of the superstars, Beyonce, Jay-Z...
and what about those lyrics, guys?
Beyonce, Jay-Z.
Listening to Jay-Z? Were any ladies listening to Jay-Z?
No, but this is my question for you. Beyonce,
dubious there.
Jay-Z, Gaga, Springsteen. Which of those most tempts you to want to vote for Hillary Clinton?
I would say none of the above. They're all talented musical artists, but that doesn't make them, they're not the folks who are determining policy. Why do they have to bring out bread and circuses to attract attention to Hillary Clinton? Because she is a deeply flawed candidate.
Donald Trump's talking about Tom Brady last night. What? I don't understand.
Yeah, but it's Belichick.
Yeah, I don't understand. What?
You have a problem with Tom Brady?
I have no problem. I'm just suggesting I don't understand why one is somehow...
Come on, Deflategate's over.
It's the exception to the rule. You got Scott Baio in Hollywood and maybe John Voight. I mean, you have everyone. You've got 95% approval in Hollywood.
If you're gonna...
Well, if you get one, you got to use Brady and Belichick.
The whole thing is ridiculous. Then the answer is anyway.
Guys, I've been wanting to ask...
It's comparable on both sides.
Who's going to determine this election, and what is this election about? It's about the people who work in this country. It's about the people who deserve opportunity and jobs.
I have a substantive question about Hillary Clinton for Liz Holtzman. I've been wanting to ask the entire campaign, and I'm reminded because I was at an event with Bill Cohen, your former colleague on the Judiciary Committee. I grew up in high school watching Liz Holtzman, Bill Cohen, and others during that whole Nixon impeachment process. Donald Trump says Hillary Clinton's misconduct is worse than Nixon. And I'd like to get your take on that.
First of all, President Nixon's abused the power of his office of the presidency. It was fully documented. There were tapes. Not only that, but he was named as an unindicted co-conspirator by a grand jury. Everybody that was the co-conspirator was convicted, sent to jail. So there's no real question about Richard Nixon's not only abuse of power, but criminal activity, and also the abuse of power, taxing authorities, auditing people who are his political opponents.
Sounds like
we don't have any evidence whatsoever. The FBI has done a thorough job of any criminality with regard to Hillary Clinton, nor have we any sense that she abused the power of her office as Secretary of State to harm the American people, to use the power, for example, to go after political opponents. That's what Richard Nixon did. He used his office to go after political opponents, to audit their taxes, to surveil them, to look at journalists' secret conversations and so forth. Hillary didn't do any of those things. So I think to compare them, I mean, I think that's typical of Donald Trump. He is low on the facts.
Hey CNBC fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Here you're going to find videos packed with all of the information that you need to be smarter about your finances. You can subscribe by clicking right here and click on all the videos around me or the eye right here to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.